Whether we want to admit it or not, what we eat determines whether we have 10 pounds of belly fat, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, or no excess fat at all. Unfortunately, most busy professionals struggle with belly fat in some regard because their dietary structure is broken. In this video, I'm going to cover the world's easiest diet for losing belly fat so you can get back to looking and feeling your best, even if you've struggled with it for years. If you're new here, my name is Kevin Heinz, and all we talk about is how to lose belly fat, specifically how to lose it as a busy professional, entrepreneur, or executive. To be clear, I don't try selling you on magical supplements, trendy workouts, or whatever's going viral at the time. I've helped over 800 men and women with losing their belly fat by showing them the easiest, most convenient ways to tackle the science-backed fundamentals of fat loss. So if losing belly fat is your goal, save yourself some time, subscribe to this channel so I can help you lose it. Now let's get into the video. Just to start, I want to address the fundamental reason why so many busy professionals have belly fat in the first place. And despite what you may hear from your peers, you don't have belly fat because of your age, genetics, or because you don't do enough sit-ups. We gain fat as a result of consuming more calories than we burn. So whether you have 10 pounds to lose or 100, the reason is because of this calorie surplus you've created. Meaning, the more weight you have to lose, the larger the difference is between the calories you've burned and the calories you've consumed over time. But to dig a little deeper, we'd ask the question, why do so many professionals find themselves in a calorie surplus? Because again, that is the reason they have belly fat. Well, if we take a look at a typical day for someone who's super busy, they're likely in back-to-back meetings all day, traveling for their company, or just unable to focus on anything other than work for 90% of their time. This forces them into seeking highly convenient meals and snacks just so they can get some food in their system. This is without having to think about cooking, prepping, etc. But unfortunately, most highly convenient options are high fat, high carb, and ultimately high calorie. And if most of your meals look like that, then a calorie surplus is inevitable. And if a surplus is inevitable, then belly fat is too. The thing is, a lot of professionals make the realization that they must eat healthier, so they start some kind of diet, cook food on their own, and track their nutrition. But as you've probably even experienced yourself, it only lasts for a few weeks or months max before you burn out and fall into old habits again. So let me ask you, why do you think that is? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because you added friction. You made it difficult, and you tried following some kind of structure that wasn't built for the busy ass life you have. If you're truly as busy as you say you are, you're going to want a structure built around convenience. Imagine if eating healthy was just as easy as going through a drive-thru, ordering DoorDash, or opening a bag of chips. It would be so much easier to lose the belly fat, right? Well, let me tell you something. It's possible, and it's part of how so many professionals have finally lost their belly fat with my help. David is a 48-year-old founder who just started working with us in June of this year, starting at a weight of 283 pounds. He just finished up month 6 and weighed in at 213 pounds. This brings his total weight loss to 70 pounds in 6 months. To be clear, 70 pounds in 6 months is not typical, but David is super happy because the system we built feels sustainable for him. Lindsay is another client of ours who was so embarrassed of her body that she started wearing a t-shirt at the beach. But after just 6 months of working together, she lost 49 pounds and was happy to wear her bikini again. Both David and Lindsay struggled for years to keep the fat off because of their busy lives. But because we built them the right structure, made specifically for their busy lives, they were able to lose the belly fat in a convenient and sustainable manner, ultimately getting them their bodies back. So if you're a busy professional struggling with belly fat and want to lose it in the next 3 to 12 months guaranteed, click the first link in the description to apply for my help, just like David, Lindsay, and 800 other men and women have already. Now, at this point, you may be wondering what this ultra convenient diet can actually look like. So let's take a look. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this is just for example purposes. If you're 280 pounds, your calorie needs will be different than someone that's 150 pounds, 200 pounds, etc. But the fundamentals remain the same. And what fundamentals am I even talking about? Number one is obviously to make sure you're in a calorie deficit. Just use a calculator to determine your estimated daily burn and consume fewer calories than that each day. Fundamental two is to make sure you're getting sufficient protein. This is somewhere between 0.8 and 1 gram of protein per pound of your current body weight. Those are your two nutrition pillars. Do them both consistently and you'll start to lose the gut. Now that you have those two metrics, here's how you can actually use convenience for losing fat rather than gaining fat. First, you'll want to stock up on high protein grocery items. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, protein bars, protein shakes, protein chips, jerky, or anything else you find that follows the golden 10-to-1 food rule, where for every 10 calories, you're getting just 1 gram of protein. Just start reading nutrition labels and you'll be fine. When you have enough items like this around, you won't be forced to grab a candy bar, some peanuts, or whatever other junk is around for the sake of convenience. These things are just as convenient, but will help you reach your goals rather than pushing you further away from them. The next thing you'll want to build build around is the drive-thru or fast food in general. I know it sounds crazy, but fast food doesn't have to be fattening. Order correctly and you'll take advantage of the convenience, but only this time it'll be helping you lose fat. So how do we do it? Well, fundamentally, we want to make sure whatever we're ordering is in line with that 10-to-1 food rule. If your order looks like 500 calories and 40 to 50 grams of protein, perfect, mission accomplished. But if it's something like 700 calories and 30 grams of protein, you either need to pick something else or customize what you're ordering to bring that ratio of calories and protein closer together. A real-world example would be Chick-fil-A. A typical order may look like a regular chicken sandwich, a large fry, and a Coke. If we add up the calories and protein for these three things, you'll come to 1,270 calories and 36 grams of protein. But a fat loss order from Chick-fil-A would instead look like this. You'll get a Chick-fil-A Cool Wrap, 12 grilled nuggets, and a Diet Coke. If we add these together, your meal total will be 550 calories for 80 grams of protein, which for a lot of you could be almost half your protein goal in just one easy meal. But we're not done yet. Because of how much we've exceeded that 10-to-1 ratio of calories to protein, you could even add a small fry to your order, which is 300 calories and 4 grams of protein. This will still bring your total to 870 calories and 84 grams of protein. This is just one example of how you can unlock that same level of convenience at fast food places. Chipotle, Jersey Mike's, Subway, Panera, and Wendy's are just a few others who can also make this work. If you're going to a local restaurant, maybe a steakhouse or a seafood place, the rules are really simple. Your entree should be some kind of lean protein. Think steak, shrimp, salmon, or grilled chicken, steamed veggies on the side, and either a side salad or even a plain baked potato would be fine. If you have plans for a certain restaurant and nothing on the menu seems helpful for losing fat, saving most of your daily calories until that meal is usually a good idea. That all being said, do you see how simply having a plan for fast food and restaurants could be helpful when you're dieting? Because it is inevitable for you to only have a few minutes to grab something on your way to work or in between meetings. You will absolutely be going to a restaurant with your family, friends, coworkers, or clients. You need a plan. And you will have days where you get home from work and absolutely refuse to cook yourself a meal. You don't have to eat fast food or order from restaurants for every meal, but being able to use them in a pinch without feeling guilty for cheating on your diet could be a lifesaver. So just to quickly recap, at this point, you've got convenient, high-protein snacks that'll replace the high-calorie junk food snacks. You've got simple guidelines to follow when you're at a local restaurant, and you've also unlocked access to fast food, making it incredibly convenient. My goal with this quick video was just to show you that being busy as hell doesn't mean you can't lose the belly fat. I work with founders, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and office workers every single day. And every single day, they're seeing themselves in a body they didn't even know was possible after just a few months. So if you're a busy professional between the ages of 35 and 70, and you're interested in working with me to lose the belly fat guaranteed, there's a link to apply in the description. I hope I've helped you realize that this is possible for you, even if you are super busy. If you have any questions, please ask below, and I'll respond to every single one of them. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon.